Alright, and with that we should be live. Hi everyone, hi, I'm Cryptic Hybrid. Welcome to today's live stream. Sorry for the weird desktop stuff, but I couldn't stream any other way because OBS has a little small issue with the game that I'm gonna play today. This is Intruder in Antiquonia, it's a demo version, by the way, and this is the demo that I was most excited to play during this event, the big adventure event, aka the Bay, which runs until the 24th. So between January 20th and the 24th, there's a whole lot. I think I count like 160 maybe demos for all sorts of games, mostly narrative focused games that you can try out. Some games that are released, some games that are not released, including Intruder in Antiquonia, which is a point-and-click adventure game that's in development. It's going to be released eventually. I don't know when. It's 2022. And let me just go really quick so I can see my my own chat in the channel, and then we're gonna start. If you don't know, Intruder in Antiquonia is, as I mentioned, point-and-click adventure game. It's a game in which you play a young woman called Sarah who suffers from amnesia, and she finds herself in this small town in what would be Galicia, Spain. I guess how it's pronounced, Galicia. I think it's Galicia. I don't think you say the C. I think it's Galicia. Anyway, I'm not Spanish. But in Spain. A small town in Spain, and that small town, right, not only is it weird because she doesn't know why she's there, that town also is very particular among everything in the world today, because the people there, or most of the people there, are not fans of the internet. So they stay away from the internet. They don't have computers, I guess. They don't have Wi-Fi. They don't have any way of going online, because they just reject the World Wide Web for various reasons. They probably don't like cryptocurrency or NFTs, as well. But people are weird. So it's their choice. It's just weird that it will be a whole town, or is it? Or is it a whole town? We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna play the demo and I'm gonna talk more about it because I have quite a few. Why don't I hear any music? Music volume? Hello. There's supposed to be music here. Hi, Mighty Chan. Hello. There's supposed to be music. Hopefully, there's gonna be music when we start. Okay, let's just go into the demo and see how it goes. Okay, I hear. Okay, we have sound. Okay, good. And that's, well, that was me in the ambulance. Hi, Karim. Hello, Julia. Dr. Junke. I think it's Junke. I think it's how it's pronounced. Dr. Junke just called me. I know. A girl has been spotted on the road to Antiquonia. The doctor told me that she doesn't remember who she is. That's our character. That's us. That's us. True, I brought her in the ambulance. Was she carrying any sort of identification? Only this wallet with an ID card. Very convenient, isn't it? Like, it's so easy. Like, oh yeah, she has a wallet with an ID card. Wait, I didn't tell you to take it. Jesus, these cops, they think they own the place. What was her state when you found her? Well, she was unconscious. Wait, speaking of unconscious. And what was the doctor's statement? Well, they ran a few tests on her. She was disoriented and dehydrated. Do you think that I could ask her a few questions now? Well, Dr. Junke said she needs some rest. Okay, as soon as she's discharged, I want her by the station. Right? Because that's weird, right? Someone just appearing in town like that. I'll drive her myself. You know that there aren't many emergencies in this town. Small town. Okay, sounds good. The cops are after me. 1 day later. Are we gonna talk? No, I can change the settings. Okay, so I'm gonna go for manual advancement of the dialogue because I'd rather control everything. And what else? Default music is fine. All right, so we're in the hospital 1 day after we were found. Well, unconscious. Next to, well, at the entrance of the town. Now, apparently we're okay, because they wouldn't discharge you after just 1 day if they need more information. We have a backpack. We don't have anything in our inventory. The inventory is in the lower part of the screen. And I guess Karim is gonna take us to the cops. I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna call him a snitch, but you know, whoever takes you to the cops, are they really your friend? Are they really your friend? Maybe. Maybe. Alright, let's see what we got around here. Is this some sort of... No, I can't touch that. Looks like a little band. Well, they have a computer here. Well, it makes sense that they would have one, right, at the hospital. There's nobody here. Thank God I'm not bleeding out. I mean, it's a reception. There's no one around, small town. Coffee break. Or, you know, she's at the toilet, whatever. This computer doesn't have an internet connection. Yeah, but at least you can check the files. The medical files. I'd rather go for a money tree than a tree that grows keys, although you never know what a key can open. Alright, you know what? Well, quite the clue already. Sarah is very materialistic. She's a material girl living in a material world. Money tree, really? That's what you... It's a nice tree with keys on it. It's like... So it you know, makes the place friendlier, especially for kids who are maybe scared because they're in a hospital. Jesus Christ, Sarah. Money tree. Unbelievable. It's a magnetic card reader. Okay, I'm guessing we're gonna... Maybe in the full game we're gonna have to find the card to use there. It's closed. Because, you know what? It's an adventure game. I see a card reader and we don't have a card. That means that's a problem to solve. A puzzle to get to the bottom of. I don't have enough money for a coffee. Yeah, because the cops took your freaking wallet. It needs to be watered. Okay, I guess Karim is just gonna stay here until we go. Hello. Hello, my name is Karim. I was the one who brought you to the medical center. Well, hospital, I guess? It would be hospital. Yes, I remember you. Good morning, Karim. Is it morning? Good morning. Take this. My wallet, thank you? Oh. 36 Ancora Street, Madrid. My name is Sarah Campillo. I guess that's how it would be pronounced. Sarah with an H at the end. That would be a weird thing to say. Sarah with an H at the end. What a coincidence. My last name is Sarah, also with an H at the end. Huh? Seriously? But I come from an Arabic background. You don't say, Karim. I wouldn't have guessed it. I thought you were South Korean. Anyway, so you're not being on your previous. Oh, that's fine, Mighty. Face cam, yeah. Sometimes I use the face cam. Oh no, of course. Why would it be bad? Stay however you can. It's, you know, I appreciate that you're here. That's like, God forbid. Like, why would I get upset? I appreciate everyone coming on the live stream. I'm not the one who's gonna complain about stuff like that. For that, go to Twitch and see people with a different attitude, let's say. Alright, thank you for keeping my wallet safe. Well, he didn't really keep your wallet safe, he gave it to the cop, so, you know. By the way, Officer Ancora, is it Ancora? No, it's Ancora, right? Because it's the accent is on A, Ancora, has asked me to... Wait, Officer Ancora? Take you to the police station so that she can talk to you, yes? Ancora, that's the name of the street I live on. Oh, what a couple of coincidences. Okay, I'm gonna write these down because it's like... So Ancora, right, is the name on of the street in the ID, and also her name is Sarah and this guy is Sarah, right? Which, those two things, right, what would suggest to you? Okay, if you're a little bit more experienced, as in you've seen some stuff around, this sounds like the Wizard of Oz. Because in the Wizard of Oz, you know, the people in, you know, in Oz, I guess, in that fantasy world, were all projections, let's say, of people in Dorothy's real life, and she just saw them like after she woke up. Spoiler alert! It's a movie from the 30s. She was, you know, dreaming all that time, right? She got her, you know. She had a head injury, she was knocked unconscious and she was dreaming all of it. Cops are nice in Galicia. Well, cops are well, There's some nice people, but cops in general, I'm not a fan of centralized security. Okay, but I mean, you know, don't trust the cops. Just saying, don't trust the cops. Especially if you have amnesia. If all the action movies from the 90s like taught me anything, is that if you have amnesia, do not trust the cops. Because they're gonna try to be your friends, but they actually know who you are, and they're gonna try to, you know, capture you or get you to say something or take them somewhere. So yeah. Hi, Oscar. Hello. All right. Yes, you're right. So these two things with the officer's name and the street name Ankara, and Sarah, you know, our character's name, and Sarah, Karim's name, that would suggest to me something like a, you know, Wizard of Oz type of thing, where, you know, she is unconscious somewhere, and these are the people who are around her, and, you know, in her dream, the people are different characters basically. I don't know if that's the case, but it's, you know what I mean? I immediately went there. All right, let's go to the police, I guess. I gotta go to the funeral. Oh, sorry to hear. Who's that's rough. I never like going to funerals. Not that I went to many, but still, they're all. I used to be watered. Okay, let's go to the cops. I think it's better to go to the police station with Karim. Well, yeah. By the way, for a town that, you know, rejects the internet, we already saw 2 computers in the first 2 scenes in the game. And I'm guessing this one has internet access. Alright, Officer Ankara, if that's your real name. I don't know why I ever need a paperclip. Sarah, you're in a point-and-click adventure game. Do not question these things. Like, you know, if you play a point-and-click adventure game, just don't think, just pick up everything that you can. Everything that's not bolted down, everything that's, you know, that people don't try to, you know, keep you from having, just take everything. And a paperclip could be useful to unlock a, I don't know, like a small locket or something. You know? A member of my church passed. Oh, I'm sorry for that. Were they, what were their age? My documents. Well, one document she has. Okay, ripped jeans. Okay, wait. Oh, look at this one. I don't think she would like if I touch her toys. It's a little bobblehead. Like a cop bobblehead. It's kind of cute. Coffee and guns. Great combination. Are you trying to say something, Sarah? Because apparently you have amnesia, so you wouldn't really have many opinions on coffee and guns. But this one I like. I don't know if they catch criminals, but at this pace they'll certainly catch obesity. Oh, come on, it's a classic. It's a classic joke. You know, cops love donuts. That's cool. That's nice. 60s, 70s? Oh, okay. Well, still, you know, they could have, you know, there's still life in them, you know? Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna snoop around. I don't care if I'm in a police precinct. I don't think I'll be allowed to snoop around. Shut up, Sarah. Just shut up and look. Come on. She's not watching. She's on her computer. What the heck is in there? 13. Maybe an office? Interrogation room, maybe? No, because there's an office in the other side. Okay. Should I stay or go to Madrid? I don't know what to do. Do they print the most wanted list in full color? I mean, Sarah, you're in a small town. They don't have most wanted lists. So, come on. Can't go into the office. Wait, why you follow me? Dude, just, can you keep your distance? Maybe we can talk to him. I think I should talk to Officer Ankara first. But by the way, why is he here though? Because he brought me to the station, why is he still here? Karim, I mean. That's a little odd. See? Can't trust anyone in this place. Hello, Officer Ankara. My name is Sarah Campillo, I guess? That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. Sarah Campillo. You know, if anyone wants to correct me, but I don't know. Right now, that's the established one. Happy to see you in better shape, Sarah. I mean, technically, you've never seen me in a different shape. So, that's an odd way of putting it. Me too. Is that your real name? Excuse me? What do you mean? Well, there's no Sarah Campillo who lives on 36 Ancora Street. What? Your ID is fake. Well, it may be an old address that I didn't update my ID. Well, I have already confirmed that. No Sarah Campillo ever lived there. Then I'm not Sarah Campillo? Well, we are still trying to figure that one out. But that's my photo on the ID. Yes, but only you can tell us if you are Sarah Campillo. Well, if you can't find the person with that name, then... if I'm not Sarah, who am I? That's a good question. Sarah? Yeah, let's say that. If I'm not Sarah, who am I? Well, I can't answer that question right now. Have you searched in the missing people database? Of course, we are trying to find the profile match. And nothing? Well, I don't know how I could help. I don't remember a thing. Except, you don't remember a thing, except you remember coffee guns, and apparently to have like an attitude about it, I don't know why. And she remembered that she would go to Madrid. How is that? How does amnesia work? Like, she doesn't remember who she is, but she remembers Madrid? I mean, you know, probably it's a very nice city. I haven't been there, but yeah. Yes, she has amnesia, yeah, that's the thing. So she doesn't remember, you know, like... Anyway, it's funny. Selective memory. Well, I guess amnesia is like that, but still. What has Dr. Junke told you? Well, I should be recovering my memory little by little. Anything familiar to her may accelerate the process. What does that mean? That means that I should go back to Madrid. Why? Well, I'm afraid that is not possible. You need to stay here until everything becomes clear. But I don't have anywhere else to stay. Well, there's a really nice hostel in the town's main square. I'm sure they'll offer you a room if you ask. Okay. I mean, I'm not arrested. Technically, I could still leave, you know? I've never played any Dragon Ball game. No, never. Absolutely never. No, never. Never, ever. Never have I ever played a Dragon Ball game. I haven't really watched any Dragon Ball cartoons either. It's not the latest generation, but this is definitely not a bad laptop. Right? It's very loud though. Those keys are loud. I don't think that's it has mechanical keys. Because there are not a lot of laptops with mechanical keys. So what now? We're gonna go to the hostel, I guess. I hope the hostel is comfortable. Well, it's gonna be a hostel, it's not gonna be much. A hostel in a small town. Hello? Hello, how can I help you? I'm trying this out. I think she's a smoker and she has like a, you know, a lower voice. I was looking for a room. Hi, Kareem. I don't know. My throat hurts a little bit, so I should not try this too low. Hi, Aida. Oh, Aida's a very nice name, by the way. Busy day. Do you have any rooms available? Sure thing. Can I have your ID? I have a fake ID. Should I give it to her anyway? I don't think so. Why would she care if it's fake or not? Yeah, let's give her the ID. Here you go. Sarah Campillo. One moment, please. There's already a paid reservation under your name. Under my name? Yes, under Sarah Campillo. Here are the keys. Huh. Thank you. Anything else I can help you with? Well, actually yes. Can you tell me who made and paid for the reservation? Well, the reservation was made over the phone and the payment through a bank transfer. So you don't know who made the reservation, right? Here it says that it was you. Okay, thank you. Okay, see, now the plot thickens at least, so that's good. If you lovebirds don't mind, I'm going to go have a smoke. The weather is perfect today. We're not lovebirds. Sure thing. Get comfortable first, and then we'll meet at the town square. Are you going to be my guide? It comes without saying. Actually, it doesn't come without saying. We're gonna talk about that more later. Thank you, Karim. See you in a bit. It looks like I'm here alone. Perfect timing to be indiscreet. Okay, I'm gonna criticize this line right out the gates. No one talks like that, no one thinks like that. I understand, like, yes, you can look around, but you don't need, like, to tell the player, you know what, I'm all alone, I should start snooping everywhere. Like, that's just, no. I understand what it's trying to do, but it's too obvious. It's like it's too in your face. She's literally telling you like, yeah, player, go look around. That's, you can't just have that. Not in 2022, because it's people have played games before. If this was the first ever point-and-click adventure game, then sure, have that. But okay, we're on June 27, 2018. Okay, let me write this down because I want to know the timeline. 27, 2018. Yeah, of course I'm snooping as usual, because I have to do that. An old newspaper clip, a girl that went missing 30 years ago. Antiquonia News, Friday, August 12. Okay, August 12. No, 25th, sorry. 25th? I don't know why I said 12. 1989. Tragedy has taken over Antiquonia. Eva Campillo, which is the same name that we have on the ID, has been missing for a week. The local authorities have not found any leads. The girl's father, Samuel Campillo, is offering a reward. So Sam is offering a reward of 100,000 pesetas to whoever can offer any information about her whereabouts. Oh, sorry, wait. First of all, about her whereabouts is like about, right? In regards to her whereabouts. Okay, that's fine. So we have the same, well, technically the same name as this Eva girl. And she went missing in 1989, so that would be 29 years ago. It's not working. Good thing I don't need the receptionist. Right. Ooh, yes, snoop around. I swear it's an erotic book. What? Oh, I thought it was the ledger. Okay. Keys, home sweet home, another printer. For a printer in a hostel, it looks good. But where's the computer? Actually, that's a good question. Where is the computer? This is the first place we've been in Antiquonia that doesn't have a computer. Okay. I can't check to see. Come on, those quotes. You have to check those quotes. It's like, why would you put those quotes there if you don't want me to snoop around? I don't want to go to bed right now. Well, I would have liked to check my room, but okay, I guess. No room. I guess we can't see the room. Hi, Sarah with an H. Hi, Clark Kent. I'm gonna stop and comment on this. Okay, so first of all, they barely know each other, right? They barely know each other, right? He's saying hi, Sarah with an H, as if they haven't seen each other in like a day, let's say. And like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a greeting that you would say after a longer period of time, right? He greets her like he hasn't seen her in a while, and she says Clark Kent out of the fucking blue, and then him responding with "keep my secret." It's like it's a banter that doesn't make any sense because it's not triggered by anything. They're not friends. They don't know anything about each other. Why the fuck would she say Clark Kent? Right now, like, she has amnesia. Why would she go for Clark Kent? You know what I mean? Like, so okay, so this girl doesn't know who she is, right? She's confused, like, because her ID is not her ID, right? She can't go to the one city that she remembers, Madrid. This is the first time she's been out of the hospital, right? Since getting this is a new town for her, new people, new everything, right? She doesn't remember who she is, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a joke. Hi, Clark Kent. Like, I'm gonna make a joke with this guy that I just met." That doesn't make any sense. Like, people don't have those types of conversations. Okay, maybe later when they know each other better. But where the fuck did she come up with that Clark Kent? And by the way, he's playing along like they know each other, like they're buddies. That's bad. That's bad dialogue. Okay, how was the room? I didn't see the room because it didn't let me see the room. Comfortable. Well, I didn't see. I saw the newspaper clip framed on the wall. I didn't see the room. I didn't, like, why would you put that in? Because I didn't see the like, I don't know if it's comfortable or not. I haven't, like, at least let me see the room. If you're gonna put the dialogue that, it makes my character lie about it. So the newspaper clip framed on the wall. Are you referring to the missing girl? Well, I think so. Well, not you think so, yes, because it is, the newspaper clip is about the missing girl. What do you mean if you think so? You know? Her amnesia is malfunctioning if it's possible. I mean, it's not, it's unrealistic like how she behaves. That's the problem. Because it's one thing to have amnesia, it's another thing to behave in a way that's not consistent to human behavior, like consistent with human behavior. Because, you know, if you have amnesia, you're still human. That's the thing. I think so. It says that it happened 30 years ago. Well, technically 29. I wasn't born yet, but I know that it deeply affected the people from this town. Well, do you know if they found her? Because maybe we're Eva, right? That would be a logical thing to assume. Do you know if they found her? No, they didn't. That I know for sure. How are you so sure about that? Well, it's a small town, and everyone would know something like that. In the news article, you see the name Samuel Campillo. Well, sounds familiar. Was that the father? That was the father of the girl, right? I'd like to find him. Why? Well, don't you think it's strange that my ID address is Officer Julia's surname? I hadn't thought about that. By the way, this isn't the logical line of thought. So we ask about Sam, the girl's father, right? And then so like, okay, why do you want that? Well, don't you think things are strange? And then she jumps to a totally different thing, right? Like, no. Like, the logical thing would say, like, we were talking about Samuel Campillo, right? And then, okay, so this is strange. Okay, what's strange? Well, it's strange that I have the same surname in my ID as the father of the missing girl, right? So that's the logical thing. But no, she jumps to a totally different thing from the beginning. So hi FG. So that's another weird thing. I hadn't thought of that. Well, it was pretty obvious, but okay. That my name matches your surname? Again, another different thing. It's like she jumps from one thing to another while the conversation was about one specific topic, which was Samuel, right? That is quite strange. Again, it's like it's like you're talking to, like, I don't know, an AI. It's like, huh, that is very strange. It's like, yeah, but people don't say it's strange. And the fact that my surname is related to something that happened here 30 years ago, you're right, there's something off in Antiquonia. By the way, no human would actually reach that fucking conclusion. It's like, wait a minute, there's three, I was just presented with three weird things. There must be something wrong in this town. It's like, motherfucker, you've lived here. What would be your first assumption? Is like, you know what, I know this town like the back of my hand because I've been living here, but you know what, you girl that just you know fell into my lap 2 minutes ago and I don't know anything about you, you say three things that don't necessarily make sense right now, but it's something weird in the town. It's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so you know, writing. Do you know where I could find them? By the way, and now she jumps back to the guy, right? Like, because we started about Samuel, and now she's getting back to him. Where to find Samuel Campillo? I don't remember anything by that name. By the way, so okay, so this is a small town, right? And he mentioned that it's a small town and people know each other and stuff, right? Or that, you know, it's a very small town and, you know, news goes fast and whatever, like, but he doesn't know Sam Campillo, who would be like the grieving father who lost his daughter 29 years ago, and he doesn't know him. He's like, Karim, did you just come here by boat, like from the to the Mediterranean, like 2 years ago? You know, like, is he new to the town? It's like, you know, it's weird. Who can I ask? Maybe you can ask the three crazies? The three who? Those three old men who don't stop arguing about, Petanque, I guess? Petanque? Petanque. No, Petanque, I guess. Why do you call them that? I believe you're about to find that out. So how did the disappearance affect everyone? When the girl went missing, a lot of newspapers and TV stations came here, which, you know, obvious. Did it become a media circus? Yes. After that, they all wanted to stay away from the media. And new technologies, right? That too. Again, doesn't make sense. So, okay, hating TVs and newspapers. By the way, in 1989, right? In 1989, because okay, let's be honest. In like Galicia, in Spain, 1989, how much of a spectacle could have been, right? We're not talking about even if it was a spectacle, right? If you loathe, right, the media, newspapers and TV stations for making it a circus, the disappearance of this girl that everyone cared about in this small town, right? How do you jump from that to the internet is bad, we don't want any internet? Like, what? New technologies? Like, what other new technologies? Like, it doesn't make it. Like, what other new technologies did you like? Okay, let's see what something that was existed in 1989 and okay, like cell phones, right? Smartphones. So you rejected those too, right? Because they're technology. No, it's only the internet. What else did you reject? Like pagers back in the 90s? What else did you like? Because it doesn't make any sense. Why would you reject the internet, which internet has a lot of stuff going in it, right? Because of media circus done by the way, old tech. TV, newspapers, that's old tech. Internet is new tech, which with a lot more comprehensive offering when it comes to information. So it doesn't make any sense. Anyway. How are those two things related? Don't ask me, I have an internet connection and a cell phone. By the way, he's not helpful at all. He's like, you know what, this whole town is like rejected technology and whatever. Like, I know stuff because I'm from this town. It's like, okay, so why did they reject that? How does that make sense? I don't know. It didn't affect me. It's like, alright. Wow. You know that there are a few people like me over here. Yeah, too many people, probably. You're a rebel. That's not a... I'm the town's Han Solo. Really, dude? I see. By the way, Clark Kent, I don't know why... I don't know why they try to shoehorn in like references. Like Clark Kent out of nowhere, and this guy Han Solo out of nowhere. It's like, really? 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 Han Solo, really? If I can protect you, oh my god. Okay, look, hear this line. If I can protect you with my fiber optic or my ADSL, which ADSL wouldn't really be available at that in 2018 because it's old tech, I'd gladly do it. You have my Wi-Fi. You just sit on that. Like the thing is like you have my swords, shit like that, right? It doesn't. It like falls flat. At least for anyone who's like, if you're 12, maybe that's funny. Probably not though, because kids are 12. Actually, kids are 12 or not. But it falls flat because it doesn't make any sense. Like he's supposed to be a young man and he's making weird references and trying to be like funny in a quirky way because he likes technology and like new stuff, and he's like he likes sci-fi and he's all Karim is everything, by the way. Let's meet the people from this town. Well, we met one, and he's Karim seems to be a conduit for all things good in Antiquonia for some reason. I don't know why. Well, I can speculate, but that's for a different time. Let's I'm gonna talk to the three crazies, by the way. In memory of those miners who we lost in 1981. Huh. Okay. Blue, even the street lamps are out of the ordinary in this town. Okay. How did she come to that conclusion? Even the street lamps are out of the ordinary in this town. So blue street lamps are out of the ordinary? Why? It would be nice to get more context, like why does she think that? I'm not thirsty right now. Oh, okay. Claudius, can I get some food, please? I'm hungry because I have, closed for demonstration. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. And this is under the construction, it says demo. That's good. What else we got here? I don't know what this... Okay, let's talk to the two crazies, I guess. Okay, so I can interact here. What's here? Oh wait, no, this death over IT, information technology. If these haters only knew how good it feels to rant on social media. Doesn't she have amnesia? So she doesn't remember who the fuck she is, but she remembers how good it feels to call people, you know, bad words on Twitter. That's, you know what? Neseda, making you warm since 1923. Is that an energy company or something? What's back here? Okay. Oh, the police station is here. Okay. Okay. No. Anything around? A little bit of. No, I can pick it up. The bottle. I got the bottle. I have a bottle. I have a pen. You know, it's kind of like that. A door. Really? Really, a door? That's your line? That's your line, a door. That's genius. Like... Good morning. Excuse? If God allows it. You don't seem to be from around here. Do you know Antiquonia's anthem? Excuse me? Trash the computers. Give me the paper. And out with all you haters. Okay, let's game development 101. So, okay, if this is a town that rejected the internet, these people are older, they're three crazy, they're older gentlemen, right? They're past their prime. Let's say they're at least mid 50s, probably early 60s. Okay. What let's say 55 plus year old from a small town in Galicia, Spain, who a town that has rejected the internet, how the fudge would they use the word haters in their anthem? So haters, like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense that they would use the word haters. So it's absurd that they would have an anthem, but that's a different thing. We can, you know, list the absurdities later on, but they use the word haters. No, haters, it's a relatively new term. It's a term that most people would not use. Now, some people who are online a lot, right? Maybe especially younger people would use haters, but even in the online sphere, haters is not a widely used term. Very weird that these three guys use it. Actually, it doesn't make any sense for them to use it. Beautiful anthem. Yeah, that's a very good one. Yeah. I came up with the lyrics. Okay, see, this guy is the genius. You know what? I think I got it. I think this guy with the really fluffy mustache, I think he actually has a computer connected to the internet, but he doesn't tell the others, and he goes on the internet and he probably like writes all sorts of weird stuff and he watches porn. I think. What do people in Spain watch in terms of porn? Just if anyone can search like the most requested like porn, like the top search queries in Spain for 2021. Just, you know, if you can check, we can estimate what this guy looked at. I won't surprise me like it's like some hardcore stuff. Anyway, don't lie, Gaspar. The lyrics belong to everyone. You just want to take the credit away from me. The music's mine. Melkor, don't engage in this. Shut your mouth, Balthazar. Oh, that's a nice name, Balthazar. Oh, here we go again. Are they always like that? No, sometimes it gets worse when they start arguing about petanque. Well, that's not that bad. Excuse me, may I ask you a question? Why do you want to know so much about us? By the way, that's not the logical, like, no one would, okay, to the question, can I ask you, being presented with, can I ask you a question, no one in the right mind who just met a new person would be like, why do you want to know so much about us? It's like, I literally don't know anything about you, so I'm starting from zero. Your reply assumes that I've already questioned you multiple times about more stuff, and I want to get even more information. So this line doesn't make any fucking sense when it comes to what the interaction has been so far. Excuse me? Has Steve Jobs sent you here? Okay, figure this one out. Riddle me this. I'm the riddler. Riddle me this, Batman. An old man who we just met, we want to ask him a question, and he asks us if Steve Jobs has sent us here. He's in Galicia, it's 2018, Steve Jobs has been dead for 7 fucking years, and he asks us if Steve Jobs sent us here. So, I mean, like, my logic is undeniable, you know what I mean, that's like, so this one comes out of nowhere again. It's like, I have no idea where this comes from, but it makes absolutely no sense. You know what? This is a free service that I provide. Okay. No, Melkor, I'm sure she's been sent by Radia Perlman. Okay, another one. I'm like DJ Khaled. Another one. Okay, so not only did they assume that Steve Jobs, who's been dead for 7 years at that point of the game, sent me to the small town to ask them questions, this motherfucker, who probably watches bestiality porn, you know what? Hentai, anal, and bestiality porn. That's what I'm assuming this guy watches. He says, I'm sure she was sent by Radia Perlman. Now you can ask yourself, you're like, who the fuck is Radia Perlman? I had to look that up. She's a woman who apparently invented the STP, the spanning tree protocol. So, you know, I had to write it down because I don't really know what STP was. So these old men in a small town in Galicia who don't use the internet know who the fuck this obscure, she's an obscure person. If you ask me who invented FTP, like the file transfer protocol, who the fuck would know that? Like, okay, like less than 0.0001% of the population, of the humans alive today, would know who the fuck Radia Perlman is. I don't have anything against her. She, like, it would be really impossible to walk down the street and find someone who knows her name. So how the fudge do these people know? Now, I can make assumptions why she's been mentioned, and, you know, I don't want to be, you know, but the point is this. This doesn't make any sense. This like, it's more absurd than the Steve Jobs, because Steve Jobs, he has definitely a bigger profile than this unknown person. This, for the average person, for the average human being alive on this planet, she is no one. She's still alive, doesn't matter, but she's no one. And that's why you don't have to know her, right? That's the point. Like, it's like, you know, only people who are very interested in history and whatever, and especially people who are obsessed with certain demographics, then they would care about that. But this guy would not be. So this is an absurd. Like, this is beyond absurd. Like I could see myself, like, someone told me like this line, I'd be like, no. Like you don't even have to. You don't have to give an explanation why this line should never be put anywhere. In this context, at least, not anywhere, because their context it could be. But this one is absurd. So, 3 old men in a small town in Spain know who the fuck is the inventor of the STP protocol. Really, come on. Like, you know, like, seriously, what do they fuck? Do they read the Atlantic? Because maybe they're obsessed with feminist history, and that's why they give a shit who the fuck this is. This doesn't make sense. This is an abysmal line, like, even more abysmal than the Steve Jobs one. So this one, like, you know, like, it's so absurd. It's game breaking absurd. Who? Okay, this guy doesn't know. Come on, boys, this young girl wants to ask a question. Shoot, also, at least we have one guy who wants to ask wants to answer a question. Sorry for interrupting. We must really look old for her to be so formal. Well, you're older than her, obviously. Gaspar, are you going to let her talk or what? Go ahead. I would like to ask if you know somebody by the name of Samuel Campillo. What's up with him? Are you a journalist? Everyone, calm down. No, I'm not a journalist. That's what everyone always says. Do you remember the skinny one around 2 years ago? Why do you ask? I have amnesia? Amnesia? She doesn't remember who she is. According to my ID, I'm Sarah Campillo. By the way, this was unnecessary. Like, she didn't have to give up this information. She could say, like, I have amnesia. And that name sounds familiar. And I just want to look for that person. No, she's like, oh, I found an ID. Like, she's like a parrot. Or like, you say something, like they hear a sound and they repeat it right away. Like, she didn't have to say that. She didn't have to tell them that according to my ID, I'm Sarah Campillo. Like, they didn't ask about that, literally. So that was very weird. Like, she's like, she doesn't think for herself. Are you related to Lilo? Balthazar, you have a very big mouth. Is Lilo Samuel Campillo, the gardener at the convent? We always call him Lilo. I think it's Lilo. Well. Oh, you're going? Okay, wait, thanks for coming on. I hope you don't go bothering him with silly things. I just want to ask him if he knows me. Don't worry, she's a good person. By the way, that line, don't worry, she's a good person. Literally, this person met me and we exchanged 20 words. We exchanged 20 words, he just met me. Why would he vouch for me? Why? Why would he vouch for me? Why? People don't behave like that just normally, Asha. This is like... No, she's okay, she's fine. I'm like, she doesn't know who the fuck she is, but I know what's inside of her, she's a good person. Like, no. No, that doesn't happen. Antiquonia trusts you, Karim. Oh my god, this is like a... Like, it's like... I told you, Karim is supposed to be, I'm guessing, it's supposed to be the embodiment of everything that's good. So he's supposed to be like the one-man army of greatness. Like, he's like very helpful, nice, sweet, everybody respects him, blah, 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 bullshit like that. So, because this line, no one says that. No one says about another, like, no man says another man, our city trusts you, Karim, or anything. Like, our city trusts you. Like, what the, are we in a war? Like, if this was some sort of, like, you know, a weird, I don't know, a military tribunal, maybe you could have these types of, like, stoic, I don't know, confirmations of value, of respect or whatever. Antiquonia trusts you. Fuck off. No, this bullshit. Where the fuck did that line come from? Anyway, okay, I think it's time for me to go. Although I would have stayed longer. I would have asked them more questions. But we do have a lead. So, the father of the bride, well, the father of the missing girl from, you know, 29 years ago, he's at the monastery, and which should be probably that one in the back right there. So, you know what I mean? Like, all right, here we are. And by the way, no Karim. Like, he was next to me this whole time, and now he's gone. Like, where is he now? Like. It's where's my Clark Kent? Jeez, that was bad. Anyway, I think I can hear the Gregorian chants. Okay. What a small radio. If they lost track of it, they won't find again. Okay, I can go on the. That's not a small radio. That's a pretty sizable radio. I don't think you can just lose it. But anyway. Now these things are interesting. I don't know what they are. I mean, they're statues, but I don't know what a line with little wings in a convent? What a town. First of all, they're not that little, but these are interesting because I don't know their story. Why would they be here? Really, why is there an eagle here? Exactly, I have the same question. They all have wings, but they can't all fly because the rooster wouldn't fly. They have so many animals in here. This looks like a zoo. Well, they're statues, Sarah. It's not really like a zoo, but okay. The ox from the nativity scene? Did it have wings? No, oxes don't have wings. You know that. Okay, this looks like more like the most appropriate statue for this place. That's true. An angel with wings. That looks actually good. Like it looks like it makes sense for it to be there. I think I can hear the Gregorian chant, so we can't go inside. Oh, look, another bottle. Is that like an achievement thing? We got 2 bottles now. By the way, we just got an empty bottle, an empty plastic bottle, 2 meters away from the keeper, I guess, of the grounds here, of the Coven's grounds. Wouldn't he have picked it up already? It's weird that it's there if, you know, if this guy's supposed to take care of things, but okay. Morning. Is it morning? I don't think it's morning. The mass schedule can be found on the board by the church door. I didn't come for mass. Well, the Coven is closed today. Nor have I come for the Coven. That's a weird line to put, like, nor have I. What is this, Shakespeare? People don't talk like that. Nor have I. You know, like, it's, people don't talk like that. With nor. People don't use nor. You know, it's just, they don't. Well, you should think that over. How come? Well, it's an architectural wonder of the 15th century. Oh, I'll keep that in mind for next time. Just curious, if you're not coming to Mass or the Coven, why are you here? I'm looking for Samuel Campillo. May I ask why? Why? Okay, let's see that. Oh yeah, I have an ID where it says that I'm Sarah Campillo. Is that supposed to tell me something? Well, they found me on the road that leads to Antiquonia yesterday. By the town entrance? Yes, I've lost my memory. I don't even know who I am, but you remember Madrid. So that's convenient. Wait, she remembered Madrid and she remembered what Gregorian chants sound like. What type of amnesia is this? Anyway. Its selectiveness is fascinating. Especially the Gregorian chant thing is like, if you would forget something about, if you forget something, wouldn't it be like something so relatively obscure as the sound of a Gregorian chant? Or maybe it's not. Maybe she works in, I don't know, with music, or I don't know. Maybe that's why she remembers. But you told me that your ID card reads Sarah Campillo. Officer Ancora told me that it's a fake ID. By the way, she didn't have to give that information up. Like, she didn't have to say like, oh yeah, she's like a parrot. It's like, so what do you do here? Well, I just woke up. I was just found, by the side, like yesterday at the road leading to Antiquonia, and I've been in the hospital for 1 day, and then Dr. Junke said that I'm okay to go, and then we went to the, you know what I mean? Like, she gives up information like she's a child with brain developmental issues. She just blabs out everything. 30 years ago, my daughter went missing in the very same spot that you were found. The road? I believe that the information, the ID information is a lead. To what? A lead? For what? Okay, what for? Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure yet. Well, if you're not sure yet, then why would you say it's a lead? Which hand do you write with? I haven't written anything since I arrived. With a left hand? Yes, it seems that I'm left-handed. Like my daughter. Today she would be your age. First of all, how would he know what her age would be? Second of all, I'm left-handed too. Am I related? Maybe I am. Maybe, but remember that the ID reads Sarah, not Eva. But it's a fake ID already. It's like the ID says one name, Campillo, so that must be important. That must be a lead. But Sarah, that's not a lead. It could be just a mistake. It doesn't matter. It's like, what? It's like she's selective when it comes to the importance of information on the ID. Anyway, I'll do whatever I can do to help you. It'd be great to have a local guide to navigate around here. Well, let me draw you a map. I know this town like the back of my hand. I'm gonna have comments on that. Thank you very much, Samuel. Here you go. I hope you find it helpful. Wow, you're great at drawing. I don't think that I'll ever get lost with your map. By the way, okay, so let's recap what happened here. This guy who lost his daughter 29 years ago, she's missing, never found, right? So in his heart, there's a small little something where he still has hope that his baby girl, Eva Campillo, is still alive, right? Because that anyone would be like that. That's human nature again, right? We're talking about humans, right? Not tools to be used in a story, right? They're tools anyway, but the point is that they're characters first, right? So this is supposed to be a human character. So his girl is missing for 29 years. He doesn't know what happened to her. He definitely still has hope, because that's logical. You still have hope, right? And the young woman comes along. She's around the age, the right age that your daughter should be. She says that she has a fake ID with your family's name. She doesn't remember a thing. She appears where your daughter disappeared. You do a little test, let's say, and you see that she writes with the same hand as your daughter, the left hand. And what do you do? What do you do as a father that has missed his child for 29 years? You're like, oh, let me make you a drawing. Okay, here's a drawing of the city, of the town. Now I'm gonna go back to my work. What? Like, wouldn't he try to do everything in order to see if that's his girl, if that's Eva? No, he's just, you know, I'm just gonna draw you. By the way, no one, like 2018, by the way. In 2018, a guy just like, you know what? You need a guide? Let me draw you a map. Okay, I understand they don't have Google Maps, but the point is, no one draws maps, right? If this was the 17th century, people would not draw maps, okay? Like, but this is supposed to be 2018, right? It's not like fantasy land, right? And he draws a map. No one does that. Who the fuck draws a map it's an absurd thing to have, right? Draw a map. I'm just gonna draw you a map. By the way, he's drawing a map to the woman who might be his missing child. And he just goes back to work. Like, I'm sorry if you have like brain damage at this absurdness, but that. It's really this, like, I was really liking I really wanted to try and, you know, obviously like the game, well, the demo. Look at this. You're killing me here, like R. Kelly would say. I see you having loads of fun with the weeds. He's not talking to her anymore. She could be his missing daughter, and he made her a map. He drew her a map. And he just went back to getting the weeds. That's not human behavior. And I think it's consistent, the fact, well, maybe, yeah, it's pretty much consistent that the characters in this game do not behave like humans. They're not written like humans being would behave. That's the biggest problem. It's not believable. By the way, also the thing with the internet, like the officer has internet, and Kareem, our best friend, the best thing that ever happened to Antiquonia apparently is has internet. So that's like, you would expect like a bigger impact from, you know, not having internet. So far, it's been nothing. Those three guys, those old guys, knew of Steve Jobs and of some lady that did something technology-wise in the 80s, probably 70s, 80s, late 80s, maybe early 80s. I don't know when. She's 70 right now, so you know, and they have internet. Well, some of them have internet, and this guy doesn't give a crap. He doesn't give a crap. Okay. If I go back to town, well, Karim is still here. Blue, okay. I don't know why he didn't come with us at the coven. That's weird, cause he was. Karim, you told me before that you'd help me if I needed an internet connection. That wasn't actually that. He never said that, technically, right? We didn't exchange many lines, but he never said, you know what? If you need anything, I have an internet connection. He never said that, technically. He mentioned that he has an internet connection, but not that he would help me or help Sarah whenever he wants. My lady, my ancient computer is at your disposal at my place. Who talks like that? But by the way, 2018. In 2018, who the fuck talks like that, like in real life? Like, young man to a young woman, my lady, my ancient computer is at your disposal at my place, and you know, I offer you my Wi-Fi, like, you know, instead of my sword and shit like that. Who does that? Whom? I mean, sure, it could be a weird guy who edits Wikipedia all day, and he's like, ugly and hasn't seen sunlight in 14 years, but not a person who interacts with people in a normal way, because he's driving the ambulance. Let's be quick then. Now she's in a hurry. By the way, this is all happening in one day. All of this is happening in one day. You'll see, it's gonna be even more of a storm, a perfect storm. Oh, that's what he said. Okay, that's why we said the door. By the way, look at his room. He's like a fucking cliche with everything. He has, I don't know what, maybe a lizard there. He has a UFO. He has 1984, which, come on, like if you're if you're in Galicia or anywhere in Spain and you have a 1984 poster, I mean you're like God there. I'm sorry, but like you're God. He has an alien poster. He has a dinosaur and an alien figurine, and it's like, you know what? We're just gonna throw everything at him. He's gonna be everything. He's like all the references, all the pop culture shit. Like, Karim, it's all on you, girl. Well, you know what I mean. Let me write your full name, Sarah Campillo. Okay, so he's searching a store, an Uruguayan. Is that how it's spelled? Uruguayan. Anyway, a drag queen. She's pretty. That's a very good line. Yes, thank you, because it's 2018. By the way, she has... Never mind, you know what? Because it's out of nowhere. Like, what are the chances of searching a freaking name and finding the drag queen and she's saying she's pretty? I guess she didn't forget what year she was in. Sarah. So she has amnesia, but she remembers, oh, it's 2018. We're supposed to say that, she's great. Like, you go, girl. You look awesome. Anyway, nope, you don't trigger any results. Karim, we both know that's a fake identity. Can you pass me the keyboard? Okay, you can try. Thank you. Whoa, what the heck did you learn to browse like that? I don't know. The only internet directory alive, society people lost missing. Are you searching in the missing people database? Yep. Is that a police website? It gets better. You see, I mean, it's a gem. I think so. She thinks so. Police.unhackable /home.php. Yeah. So she's a hacker too. Hey, I've never seen those commands. Oh, okay. Wait, are you hacking it? Yes, she's hacking into the mainframe. Because that's like, if this was a B-rated like hacker movie from the 90s, maybe this would make sense. I think so. So she doesn't know. She just thinks so. Cheesecake password. Wait, you've hacked the police website in less than a minute. Oh my god, less than a minute. True, but I don't know how I did it. Are you a hacker? I don't remember being one. Can you rob banks and whatnot? I don't know. No, I'm sure not. I'm sure Sarah is a very ethical criminal, and she just exposes, like companies and like she hacks in governments and she exposes the stuff. Cause I bet that's what she does. What if you're a criminal? Wait, there's somebody at the window. What? In the window, Karim? Can't you see him? Or see it? Well, I think it's him. Sarah, you're better off leaving. But if we get caught, you're going to get us in big trouble. Okay. A computer with an internet connection. Welcome to the 21st century. Well, actually the 20th, but okay. So he got scared of someone in the window. It's about time to see something like that. It was about time to see something like that. Yeah, sure. Karim is a bit angry. Well, I can't see him because he's, facing away from us. Okay, this is a bit unsettling. We don't know what it is though. It looks like some sort of conspiracy, like conspiracy theory board where he's making connection between stuff. Again, everything thrown at this guy. I knew he dropped something. What's this though? What's that supposed to be? What is that supposed to be? He dropped something. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. But I don't want to cause more trouble to Karim right now. So we learned that we were a hacker, just like. So all by the way, all this has happened in a day, right? All of this has happened in one day. Now you would think, tinfoil hat, yeah. Oh, that was a tinfoil hat. Oh, that's again. Karim has everything thrown at him. It's like, you know, like it was. You know what? We need a character who embodies everything. Put everything on him. We put everything on him. Okay, that's fine. Everyone else is like, it's like their own little thing, but like, okay. So all of this has happened, like the hacking thing. Okay, this reminds me of, like, if you remember that movie with Gina Davis, the Long Kiss Goodnight, where she has amnesia and she's supposed to be, she thinks she's a housewife, and then she you know, kind of slowly progresses to realize that she's a contract killer. That happened through multiple, like that could be something that, you know, like, yeah, you have amnesia and you discover stuff along the way. Well, in Sarah's case, everything happened like this happened like right away almost, right? First day, she discovers that she's a hacker and she hacks into the police, you know, website. How, like, why the rush? Like, she's supposed to be a woman who doesn't know who she is. She's a new place that she doesn't know anyone here, right? She acts very friendly to a guy that she barely meets, who she's barely met, and he behaves like that with her, which is absurd. Like have one person behave in a weird way, it's one thing. Having two people interact with each other and have the same weird behavior, that's you know, also very weird. So not only does that happen, right? She also discovers that she's a hacker, like without, you know, having to do anything. It's just like randomly it kind of happened. Now she found a guy who might be her father or not, we don't know, but she just left him there and he doesn't care about her. So all this in one single day, when you'd think it would be a different, you would think, because it's not about thinking, it's about exactly how it would be in real life. In real life, it would be a different pacing. She would be like, she would look everywhere. She would talk to people. Why does the hostel have that framed piece of paper with the, you know, like that was 29 years ago. Why the fuck does a hostel have that framed up? Maybe because the hostel lady has something of a connection. You would ask her, but she's nowhere to be found right now. You know what I mean? Like that's the logical thing. Like she would want to find as much information as possible about the place that she's in and about, you know, what's going on with her. But that takes time. It's not like, you know, everything. But no, it's like we're gonna do this here, like everything in one day, everything in freaking one day. And now Karim kicked us out for no reason. He was very friendly, and now he's scared again, moving from one weird behavior to another. Right, and now I guess we're gonna go and, I mean, I guess talk to the officer. Hello, Officer Ankara. Good morning. Oh yeah, because we didn't talk to her. No, wait. Yeah, no, we talked to her earlier today because it's the same day. It's not even a different day. It's the same day because we didn't sleep at all. It was the same. It's the same day. All right. You know what? Let's confess, because this is fun. Julia, I need to. By the way, she's on a first name basis. So this is a person she's met 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. Officer Ankara, right? 3 hours ago, and she's already on a first name basis. You know, Julia, girl. You know, my girl, my bitch. You're my bitch, right? You're my bitch, Julia, right? You're like, yeah, I got you, girl. No. This is a woman she barely met her. And, you know, it's like once, like, hello, Officer Ankara. Second line, Julia, girl, honey, yeah. Like, you know, that doesn't happen. Like, she wouldn't say Julia. What? Like, people don't behave like that. Anyway, what's going on? Do you remember anything new? Not yet, but say it, Sarah. Again, first name basis. Why would it, like, she knows this, Officer Julia knows that that's not her name. So this is a woman who we don't know her name, her real name, right? But the officer is using her fake her fake name, just like, girl, come on, yeah, tell me what you got. What happened? Did you remember anything? Like, did anything trigger your memory? Like, girl, where did you get that backpack, girl? You know what I mean? What? She's supposed to be the police, by the way, so she's supposed to be more professional. Like, you could say like a civilian would be different, but this person could be dangerous. She doesn't know anything about it, like the police officer doesn't know anything about our Sarah. She could be a smuggler. She could be a human trafficking victim. You don't know. And they behave like, you know what? You just go around. You can't leave town. But yes, you can just go. Whatever. You can talk around town. I'll be fine working here. What is it, Sarah? That's not even her name. Anyway. I was with Karim looking for information on his computer. Again, no one talks like that. She's giving information like she's a fucking parrot, not like a human. Like, she's not, like, no character in this game is behaving like a human behaves. She's giving, again, what happened? I went to see a guy who might be my father or not. He made me a little map and he drew it, and then we went to Karim's place and I looked at his like poster, and he had a 1984 poster, although I'm sure he's a fucking, never mind, that's a different thing. And he had like a huge board with all sorts of weird things, and then we were on his computer and he tried to look for my name and we found the drag queen and she was very lovely. And why are you telling him all this? Why are you telling her all this? I was with Karim looking for information on his computer. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Good idea. Karim is the only neighbor with an internet connection. Well, what the, like, you know, serendipity, right? Like, what a coincidence. The one guy that has an internet connection is also the friendliest guy here, and like everyone loves, and he just wants to help Sarah until he decides to not help her anymore because he's scared because he saw a shadow in the window. Anyway, that's absurd, right? And I don't know how, but I accessed the police website. You know, it's a public website. Well, I actually hacked it. First of all, why would you say that? I mean, sure, I chose confession, but how? I couldn't say Julia, again, first name basis with a cop that she met a few hours ago, first name basis. My fingers were moving super fast, like, I don't know, it's like, do you think that I could be a criminal? No one talks like that, by the way. No one would ask that question. No, like, even if you had amnesia, would you, and even you hacked into website, would you be so uncertain that you think you are a bad person? A criminal, because a criminal is a bad person, right? But you know, because no one wants to be the bad person, and most people, right, in their heads construct all sorts of weird things in order to cope and to not be the bad person. They find justification for what they do. Naturally, it's not. It's for protection. The mind protects the whole being from bad things. Right, so if you thinking yourself as a criminal would be detrimental to your survival somehow, your mind is gonna alter those things in order to justify why what you did that was criminal was actually not that bad. But this woman, Sarah, who hacked the website, he's like, do you think I could be a criminal? No one acts that. No one acts like that. No one suspects themselves to be criminal first. No, everyone assumes that they're the good guy. That's how it works. You assume you're good, and maybe you're proven wrong by the facts. But even though you might not be convinced, but the point is that you don't assume things bad, like you don't assume bad things about you without any evidence. Technically, just hacks the website. You know, ID knowledge doesn't make you a criminal. See, that's actually a decent, you know. Well, that's not only knowledge because it's about you hacking. Okay, really? But non-authorized access to police data is a serious crime. Are you going to arrest me? For now, I will turn a blind eye. I trust you. Okay. Whoo, Psychology 101. By the way, I don't have a psychology degree. I've just been on this planet for like 36 years. No one does that. So this is a person she just met. So she's a cop. So she's supposed to be protecting the community. What does she know about this woman? Nothing. Fake ID. Doesn't know where she comes from, right? Doesn't know if she has any weapons or anything like that on her. Doesn't know why she's here. Doesn't know if she's lying or not. I will turn a blind eye after she hacks the website. I will turn a blind eye. I trust you, girl. No one would do that. No, like, rational human being would do that. So why does the cop do that? Exactly. That's the question. Why? That's a very good question, Sarah. If you told me, it means that you were not acting in bad faith. What did you get that conclusion? What did you make that? Like, even if that would be the case, right? Even if that be the case, she still did something wrong. You don't know anything about her. She could be saying those things in order to get your trust or to see your reaction. She's a cop. You're supposed to think like everyone can and is a potential criminal, especially one person that you don't know anything about. Like, she's suspicious. Sarah should be suspicious to every single person, especially the cop. But no, you know what? You hacked it, but I trust you, girl. You wouldn't just say that you hacked like if you were a bad bitch. Nah. You're a good one. I know. Like, look at that. Look at those ripped jeans, girl. You're fresh and nice. Come on. Thank you. Like, yeah, thank you. Thank you for trusting me based on nothing. However, I don't want you to get near any computer until we know your true identity. By the way, how can she enforce that? How? It's like, you know what? You hacked the police website once, and I let it off, but don't go doing bad things again. Person that I bet I'm only met a few hours ago and I don't know anything about. Don't do that, okay? Do I have your word? Like, who would do that, anything like that? Yeah, it's like, you know, I promise, girl. Like, pinky swear, come on. That's a promise. Yeah, that promise means nothing. That should mean nothing to everyone. That promise should mean zero to Ankara, to the police officer. Now let me figure out if they are aware of the hacking. Thanks a lot, Julia. We're friends now. I've been in this town. By the way, it's morning. Technically, it's still be probably morning, right? Because when we went to the coven, it was morning, right? Because he said good morning, I think. Yeah. This is still like the first half of the day, and we're like first name basis. Yeah, girl, it's fine, Julia. It's okay. You know, I'm not gonna hack again. Come on. You know I was playing. You know I was playing, girl. It's fine. As soon as I know anything new, I'll send a message to your hostel. Okay. I'll be waiting for your update. Go now. I have a lot of work to do. I mean, I could go to Karim right now and hack, another website, right? How would she know? How would the cop know that I did that? Oh, because she just trusts me. Why? Because I have the weird like a haircut that looks like that I want to make myself uglier. Is that like, girl, you can't be bad. Look at that hair. Look at that hair. Like you hate yourself, girl. I see you with that hairdo. I know. Anyway, I mean, you know what? I'm not the fashion police, but that haircut, girl, come on. Really? Okay, so we're gonna go to the hostel, I guess. Oh, it's nighttime already. Okay, that was fast. It has already become dark. Yes. Okay, back to... Again, it would have been nice... It's getting late, I better go to bed. It would have been nice if we could talk to the woman at the hostel. Why does she have that framed? Why? Because that's a big... that's... Why? 29 years. Why does she have it framed? Who frames something that's not related to them in any way? Does she want if people come asking, does she want to get them she might not be related to anything like that. She might just do it for publicity or to have a story for people who are guests at the hostel. But still, why not ask her? But she's not here. She is not here. Every day the same. Petanque, and more petanque. By the way, every day the same. Every day is the same. This is her second day here, technically, while she's actually going around. She's the second day here, and her line is every day is the same. Bitch, you've been here 2 days. You don't know what every day means. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you were born yesterday, and you're like, another sunrise. Every day is the same. Like, you have no idea that the sunrise is gonna happen every single day. You were literally born yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, That's an impossible line for someone who just arrived here. That like humans, where are the humans at? Where are the humans at? Where are my humans at? Where are my humans at? He's not home. I could break into his house maybe. It's such a weird. Okay, let's see. If that's the way she types, I don't even want to know how she handles her suspects. Okay. Okay, so Karim is not here. I can't go here. I can go to the hospital, but apparently no one's here. I could go... Okay, now I could go to the cup. Okay, maybe you still have one left there, there, and there. What? Oh, the weeds! Okay, wait, okay. So, day 2 of being in a new town and not knowing almost anyone here. This guy might be my father, because I don't know who I am, and I have the same name as his missing daughter. I have a similar age as his missing daughter, and I write with the same hand as his missing daughter. But my behavior with him is like, yeah, you missed that? Can you clean that up too? Yeah. You missed the spot? Who does that? No one. No, not a human. Let's say that. Not a human. A human doesn't do that. That's my biggest problem. Is like there's no human represented, unfortunately. Like these guys aren't human. By the way, like I'm prompted by anything, right? So you don't like at this point we don't have a mission. We don't know where to go. We don't know anything. Guess what? Wow, not only can I hack into computers, I can fix the reception bell. So she couldn't fix the reception bell yesterday when she looked at it first. So she slept and she remembered how to repair a bell. That's one thing. She didn't use the paperclip, by the way. She didn't use the paperclip. Okay, so she remembers something she could have done yesterday, right? And this was unprompted. Like what I mean, like this is the one kind of puzzle in the demo, and it doesn't make any logical sense. Because why? We tried the bell, right, and it wasn't working in the first day. Logic says, if you try something that doesn't work, why would you try it again the second day? It makes no sense because it still wouldn't work. But you know, you click on it because you try everything because eventually you run out of things to do. By luck you try to do that. She fixes it for no apparent reason, and now this lady's back, so we can talk to her, which is great that we can talk to her. But there's no logic as to why you would click on the bell to call anyone. Because I played the demo and I went all around town. I went to look for Karim. I talked to the cop. I went up like I just did right now. Nothing. There was no other interaction except this one, which didn't make any sense. Why would I do that? Why would she do that? Because she knew that it didn't work previously, and the player knew that the bell didn't work on the first day. So why would you try, why would you try to use the bell second day? Because it didn't work previously. So why now? So now it works for and she fixed it, by the way. That's another thing that she's also good at fixing stuff. Good afternoon. Oh, and it's afternoon apparently already. That time flies. Good afternoon, Aida. Okay, it would be nice if we could find out why she has that thing framed. Hi, Sarah. I'm sure she's reading. Is there a note for me? By the way, no reason to ask this. Absolutely no reason to ask this. So no reason to use the bell to call on her. Like logical reason. Logical. Right? You would go around town and you would look for Karim because he was the one who was the friendliest. You would talk to the police officer, right? Because so what's logical? After your first night in a new town, you don't know who the fuck you are. Where do you go? You go to people who you know. So no one's here, right? No one's in the hostel. Where do you go? You go to the people that you've previously met. What you definitely don't do is do the one thing that didn't work in the previous day, and that is try the fucking bell. You don't do that anymore because it didn't work the first time. Why would it work now? And it didn't work technically. It's just you just repaired it, something that you weren't able to do yesterday, but for no apparent reason. So yesterday it didn't work, but you couldn't repair it. Today it doesn't work, but you can repair it. What's the difference between yesterday and today? The hacking? So you remembering the hacking brought some mechanical skills to your hands somehow? Again, even if that would be the case, right? Even if that would be the case, that the hacking triggered some of your memories and now you know how to repair the bell, why would you use the bell the second day? If the first time you didn't use it. If the first time you saw that it didn't work. You know? Let's send a note. And hi Julia on second day. She sent a note? I don't think she... Okay, I don't remember that, but okay. Your name was... Oh, what do you mean my name was? You know what my name is, bitch? Jesus. Julia called. She told me to let you know that... But the thing is, she didn't say that it would be tomorrow, right? I don't think Julia said that it would be the next day. She just said like, yeah, send a note. I don't think it was like, tomorrow morning or afternoon. There's no problem. Okay, thank you. I also got an envelope for you. For me? Yes. An envelope. What is this thing? Well, it's an envelope. What happened? Something important? I'm not sure yet. Maybe it'll help me figure out who I am. Okay, and that's how it ends. And okay, let's say that the note thing is, it's passable. Everything else, okay, artwork, lovely artwork, lovely music, animation is fine. In terms of the looks, you know, look, feel, no, nothing to criticize there. Now, quit game. No, don't exit the game. If you exit the game, I'm gonna be really upset. Are you sure you want to quit? No. Okay, let's leave it like this for now because I don't want to exit because for reasons. Anyway, so artwork really nice, music nice, that's fine. In terms of progression, it feels rushed. No, not feels. It is rushed, right? It is rushed because you get so many things in just one single day that doesn't make any sense, right? Too many things happen in just the first day, right? You're pushed into like a lot of things right away in just the first day, and the characters don't make any sense. None of them. Yeah, like it's like an AI was trained to make the characters, and the only information it was given to make the characters was it was able to play one point-and-click adventure game. Not a good one, by the way, probably like a crappier point-and-click adventure game, and it was made to read The Atlantic, which, by the way, owned by Steve Jobs' widow. That's a cool thing, but you know, if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. That's the thing, because the characters don't make any sense. The way they behave, what they say, the way they behave, like same thing with Sarah. They're not human. They don't seem like human. They don't behave like humans. So obviously, like for me, it takes me out for everything. If other people don't, that's their thing. But for me, none of these people make any sense to me. The guy this could be his missing daughter, 29 years. Like, someone comes up to you, she says something, she's confused, she doesn't know who she is, she's the same age, she's similar age to your daughter, she was found when your daughter disappeared. You don't know anything like, she writes with the same hand, and you just go back to like, you know, like, go back to pulling weeds, you know? It's like, I would change everything, like all the fucking dialogue. I would change the characters altogether. Kareem doesn't need to be a one-man army of everything. Okay, like, I don't want to discuss why I assume he's like that, but that's not the point. The three guys, they don't make any sense. Okay, so they're grumpy men. Okay, how do grumpy men behave? Grumpy men who reference fucking Steve Jobs, who's dead for 7 years, who reference a woman that barely 10,000 people alive today know of? well, maybe more than that, but let's say 100,000 people know of her. 100,000 people out of 7.8 billion people, and 3 old men from a small town in Spain know of that, by the way, who don't use the internet, right? 3, like, that's absurd. That is an absurd thing. Like, how that was put into writing. Like my brain could not even come up with something like that. Like, if I was like, you know what, let's make something that doesn't make, well, I could put Cerberus in there. Like, I would put the Cerberus in Antiquonia and be like, you know what, doesn't make sense? Cerberus. And I'm just gonna put the Cerberus. But you know, I'm like, okay, so they don't make any sense. The fact that Karim is very friendly with her doesn't make any sense. People don't behave like that. The fact that they're on first name basis, no one does that. They don't behave like that. The father doesn't behave like that. The potential father, the guy in the monastery, the convent, he doesn't, like, the fact that she remembers Madrid and she wants to go back to Madrid, but she doesn't remember anything else, and Gregorian chants. Okay, so she's selective on her memory. That's another thing. If you want to say that she has amnesia, what does she, like, take the time, don't rush into it, and say, okay, establish what she does remember, right, through conversation with characters. Okay, so at the beginning with Karim, that would be a great thing to establish, because that's a great thing about a character like Sarah with amnesia. Okay, amnesia is a class. Well, at this point, it's a classic trope. It's been used. It's a cliche. Now, there are good things and bad things about that. Cliche, it's a bad thing because it's been used so much, so people are used to it. It's a good thing because it allows you to do certain things with the character. What? You can have the character establish a different connection to the player. That's very important. How? If she doesn't know who she is, you don't know who she is. The player and the character are on the same level of information. That makes them potentially for some people would make them more invested in the character's development, in the character's discovery of who they are. I don't know who she is. She doesn't know who she is. I want to help her discover this. We're on the same level. We're a team. The player and Sarah, they're a team to discover what's happened to her. So that you can play on that because she has amnesia. She doesn't know anything. I don't know anything. Like, we're on the same line. Let's do this together. Yes, let's find out. That's exciting. That's a good thing. That's why it's an advantage to have a character with amnesia. But she's selective amnesia. So the first thing for the introduction at the hospital would have been great. The doctor. Freaking hell! I'm gonna write this game on I can write this game well, not start to finish because I don't know how the story will go, but I can rewrite the whole beginning right now. You start the game. You find her. He takes her. The first thing is the discussion with the doctor. He asks her questions, and she replies with what she remembers, and that's how you establish what the character knows and what the player knows. She says what she remembers because she remembers something. She remembers Madrid. Well, I didn't know that about fucking Madrid. Like, I know that exists, but the point is, why would she like Gregorian chants? Oh, she remembers Gregorian chants, but she doesn't remember her name or why she's here. So that's like, she remembers how to speak apparently, but she doesn't remember her name. Okay, that's fine. Or how she got there. Okay, so it would be such a great opportunity. The first time she goes to the hospital, the doctor is not analyzing. He's checking her her stats and everything, and he's asking her questions. What do you remember? What's the last thing you remember? Like what year are we in? And through her responses, the player gets on the same page as to what the character knows. So whatever the character knows, right, she's gonna tell the doctor, and by that the player is gonna find that information out, and there will be, and then at the end of that scene, both the player and Sarah are gonna be on the same page. They're gonna know the same things. And that's gonna make the connection where, okay, we both know these, we don't know anything else. What do we do? How do we find these things? That would be a perfect, and it's not even like a genius thing to think of that. That would be a perfect thing to establish what she knows, what she doesn't know, and what you have to find out. And from there, go on, have Karim be friendly, whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be like everything. It doesn't have to be like a fucking you know, like a conspiracy theorist, and he's everything. He's like he likes Superman, he likes Alien, he likes 1984. He's a conspiracy theorist. Oh motherfucker, you have everything. Well, like, this is bullshit. No one's like that, you know. So it's you know, he doesn't make sense as a character. It's like he's like a salad. He's a salad. It's like, well, throw everything at him. No one else is developed in the same way as him. Not even Sarah. So, you know, and get more information. It's an adventure game. What do adventure games have a lot? Well, two things: puzzles and dialogue. A lot of dialogue. And what does dialogue come from? Well, it could be internal, you know, it's fine. Look at things, look at more things, make more observations, right? Look at more things within the environment and see what Sarah, you know, reacts and how she you know, what she mentions. Because that's how you establish, you know, information. That's how you put it out there for the player to, you know, make connections and for things to make sense. You have to build the world up. You don't build the world up with characters that do not resemble any human that has existed on this planet ever. So, like, at this point, might as well an alien would have wrote them. I'm sorry, it might be hard, but that's how it is. So, like, no humans behave like that. So that's one thing, right? So they need to be made human. That's one. That's and then, you know, that's fine. You can work with them being, you know, not friendly and whatever, and like some of them like skeptical. Yeah, that's another thing. The father. How would you react if your daughter, missing for 29 years, if a woman comes and she might be your missing daughter? Would you go back to fixing the garden? You know, this word which is absurdly overused right now, empathy. You don't need empathy. But this is an example of, like, well, how would humans behave in that regard? You didn't even need empathy to realize that he would not behave like that. It's such a simple human thing. It's like, no, he would not behave like that. He would be excited, he would be scared, he would be trembling, he would start crying, he would start asking her questions after question after question, which she might not know because she doesn't remember, but he would be hopeful that maybe that's her daughter. That's what, he wouldn't just make her a fucking map. Wait, don't have the map. Why the map? That's still, don't have a map. What is this? It's 2018. Don't have a map. You know, okay, they don't have any a way to navigate easier. It's fine if you double click and, you know, you can change, you know, scenes fast, and you don't have to make a freaking map to you know, skip some things. It's just, but the characters are the biggest thing. Anyway. So that was it. I just rewrote the beginning of the game. The characters, I mean, they wouldn't be that difficult to rewrite. Just different behavior, different wording, different references. These are people who have not used the internet, who don't have pop references. So who the fuck would reference Steve Jobs? People don't reference Steve Jobs now as much because he's dead for some time now. You know, the Perlman, come on, that's absurd, right? That's like, people don't talk about it. Like, it would be something like you would have to go back in time and see how people were and what people were discussing about. It would be, what would people discuss, right? Like local news, that would be a big thing. Things that are very related to them because they don't have the internet and it's a small community. So if you take the internet out for the most people and the fact that it's a small community, what would be the most important thing that they would talk about every day? Everyday occurrences, the things that would happen, like at the baker, with the daughter of the, I don't know, like the daughter of the, I don't know, the bishop, or, you know, stuff like that, or like, you know, who the cop is dating, stuff like that. Because that's what's important to them, the things that are closest to them. They don't care about the internet part because that's very far from them. But they don't really behave like the fact. One of the selling points, right, of in terms of the story is that this town has rejected the internet. Have we seen any impact of that in the beginning? No, none. Like, if you had the internet or you didn't have the internet, you could have the same dialogues. No, like, there wouldn't be any difference. Really, literally no difference. Just the fact that you have the, you know, and by the way, the fact that the first two characters that you meet have internet, that's like, wait, I thought the town didn't have internet. Like, it's too too shortcutty. It's like, yeah, we're gonna cut shortcuts. We're gonna just make Karim is gonna have everything. He has the internet too. Like, okay, wait, okay. Let's say he has internet and he's like, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, he needs to be the greatest non-playable character that's ever existed. Whatever, I don't care. The point is, make him good, make him make sense, make his relationship with Sarah make sense. Don't like, girl, I just met you like 2 hours ago, but Clark Kent, like, yeah, you have my Wi-Fi. No one behaves like that. Build the relationship up, right? He can't trust her right away. She can't trust him right away. She shouldn't be able to trust anyone right away. Who would? If you're a young woman and you don't know where the fuck you are and you don't know who you are, who do you trust? No one. If you're a young man, you would trust no one. But she's a young woman in this case. That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't trust anyone. Don't trust anyone, and behave like you don't trust anyone. Be curious. Look for stuff. Try to find as much information from every single person out there. Try to take them like on the side, and like maybe try to get the three old guys to talk to you separately. Because the dynamic of those three, it's one thing, but maybe you can get the information just just throwing stuff out there, brainstorming. That's the thing. Anyway, that was everyone. I told you I had a lot to say, but you know what? Some people charge like $350 for up to 3 hours of playtesting and giving feedback. This one's free. But if you're a developer out there and you want precious feedback that no one else can literally give, then my services are available. Just get in touch with me, and I can have rates for better rates than people who offer those $350 for 3 hours, and I can have better rates for especially for indie games, because I actually care about games in general and also indie games in particular. So that was it. You can wishlist. I mean, I still have the game on wishlist. It's still gonna be there. I'm gonna wait until it comes out and see how it is. But this demo, and again, it's not that I had high hopes, because I didn't know that much about it to have high hopes, right? But I was looking forward to trying the demo, to seeing the game. I was really looking forward. I was looking forward in the characters, the story, the world, the fact that this is a place that I've never really seen in a game. A small town in Galicia in Spain. I don't think I've seen it ever. I would be into, like, there was nothing local that would maybe there's gonna be more in the full game, but I would have liked in the demo for more local reference to be used, stuff that I could be like, oh I didn't know that, oh that's cool, they have this thing, they have that thing, like that because I've never been there. So for me it was really interesting, the location and the story, and obviously the visual style, like I like, so that was already established. So I really had high hopes. So when you have high hopes, I was excited to play, right? And when you're excited to play and then the experience is how it is, it's a real bummer. So yesterday, after playing it, I was feeling really bad about it. I was thinking, I've been thinking about it all day, and last night and early this morning as well, because I just I want good things to happen. That's basically it. I just want good things to happen. But there's still hope. It's not like it's just the artwork is there. Like, the art is there. That's good. Like, that's, yeah. Now the writing has to step up. Has to step up to the quality of the artwork. And it's not an easy thing to do. That's for sure. I'm not saying that it's easy. It's easy to do bad things, I guess, but it's difficult to make things logical, maybe in a somewhat illogical setting, because it is an illogical setting. The fact that the people have rejected the internet, that's a challenge to write. Like I didn't I didn't vote on that being the setting, but that's the setting. That's a very challenging thing. Like, the amount of research that I would have done, I would have looked at literally. I would have searched for as much content as possible from Spain late 80s, early 90s, pre-internet. What were the stuff written, like what was in the newspaper, what people were talking about, like what language it was used, and maybe also up to the late 90s, and see how people put forth information and problems that they had. Again, local, very small community, different views on the world, right? They're more disconnected from the global market, let's say, right? They have a different perspective. They're closer to their own problems. They care about the things that they care about the most are the things closest to them, the people closest to them, the location closest to them, and that's the thing. Those are some some things that are particular to smaller communities, right? They're more connected. They know each other better. They care about each other more. They help each other more. So the fact that they're more friendly, yeah, that might be a thing. Yeah, maybe that's why Karim is so friendly. But he does but he doesn't know her, right? And she doesn't know him. But they're immediately friends and buddies with each other. And same thing with the cop. They might be friendly, but they don't know her. She's not part of the community. She's an outsider. They should behave differently towards her than they behave towards other people. Sure, they might be friendly, but still arm's length, right? Because it's again closer knit community. It's a different thing. They wouldn't reference stuff that's from freaking United States. Are you kidding me? They would never do that. Not like even Karim would probably just say some. I mean, he could mention some things that are like more that would sound logical to us, right? But not the old guys. Come on, Steve Jobs. What? Just this like let's drop a name right there. What name should we drop? Let's drop Steve Jobs in there. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. So that was everyone. That was my 2 hour. Has it been 2 hours? It's almost an hour and 45 minutes. Feedback session, free of charge because I'm feeling generous. Well, I'm not. It's a joke, obviously. You can take everything as 99% joke, 99% serious. And I do have some other demos that I want to play from the Big Adventure event, so that's gonna probably happen this weekend. So if you're a supporter, especially if you're a supporter on locals, then probably tomorrow you're gonna have some new videos to check out in early access, because I do have 2 demos that I played and I've played through, and I want to record, and we'll see. By the way, if you're a supporter, Monday, you still have a few hours to tell me what to play on Monday. If not, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe another demo, maybe something else. Tuesday, we know what to play. Tuesday, we're playing Capia, so point-and-click adventure, 3D, a future where people live in domes. Sorry, that's what we're gonna play. It's gonna be Capia probably Tuesday, Wednesday, because it comes out on Tuesday on the 25th. So we're gonna play that. I'm gonna do a giveaway. So just follow my social media and stuff like that. And yeah, that was the run. That was first look at Intruder In Antiquonia. And until the next time we see each other. Thank you. I need to drink something and I need to take my dog out and get some pills, because I've been talking all this and my throat was already hurting. So the things I do for love. Well, for love of games, obviously. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and until the next time we see each other, have an awesome day. Well, you're still gonna see me because I have to alt tab and disable stuff. Don't look at my monitor, okay? Just don't. You look away. Look away, look away, look away, look away, look away, look away.